Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another vlog. Well, no, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. It's currently 11:59, so it's 12 o'clock at night. I have school at 8 o'clock. Well, I have to be up at 8 o'clock for school, but I'm feeling really down. I'm feeling really low vibrational. Let me be serious. I'm sorry. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another video. It's currently 12 o'clock and I'm just feeling really down. I'm trying not to let myself get in my head too much today. I've been trying to speak, back to speaking very positive thoughts to myself. My face is breaking out. I haven't done my skincare in about a day or two. So since where I have a bit of downtime, I have a bit of break and I don't feel so overwhelmed, I'm trying to appreciate the slow times in my life, like the slow moments to where I'm just kind of like bored and I don't have much to do, and I'm like, I have the chance to just sit and look around, and you know what I mean. So yeah, we're gonna do some skincare because it always makes me feel better to do a nice little face mask. And I kind of want to talk a bit about my anxiety because I've mentioned it in a couple videos. I think, don't quote me on that. I mentioned a couple videos and I literally had a whole bunch of clips where my anxiety was just like through the roof. Like, it was crazy. It was literally the week my therapist told me, "Okay, you have anxiety. Like, all that you've been feeling for like the past 4 years, that's anxiety, babes." But yeah, I had it and I had like filmed everything because I'm like, just so overwhelmed, and I don't know, maybe looking at me being so overwhelmed will help me. I don't know. But when it came down to editing it, I got so overwhelmed by the editing and it just made my anxiety just shoot through the roof again that I couldn't do it, and I was just avoiding it. And when I had went back to try and edit it, I had put all like the footage and stuff I have, everything, because I have like 5 freaking SD cards and they're all full because I take videos and pictures on them, and I just love taking videos and stuff and love taking pictures. I put them all on this flash drive and I accidentally deleted it, so I don't have any of that footage anymore. And it's like, fuck, because I was actually really gonna do it because I was just freaking the fuck out. I actually really don't know if I was ever gonna actually release it, but I was just freaking out like so badly. Like, let's talk about my anxiety because I've kind of gotten used to saying it and been like used to just kind of having it, and really being aware of it and not taking control of it, but learning how to deal with it, because that was one thing my therapist said, like, I'll have this, but it's all about learning how to deal with it and learning how to manage it. But yeah, so I pretty much feel fucking anxiety. I don't know how to like say it like in words that make sense, so I'm just gonna say it in the way that it makes like Michaela sense. I'm putting way too much on my face and it's just too expensive, but I get fucking anxiety like every fucking day. Like, I swear I feel like I have one anxiety attack every day. Like, I get overwhelmed, I freak out. Sometimes it's happened to me before where like I can't really breathe much. Like, it feels like I can't breathe. I feel suffocated. I can't think straight. Like, my mind is just, it just feels like a whole bunch of like fog in my brain. Like, I know that makes sense. Actually, I'm not gonna say I don't know if that makes sense. That literally makes sense. But it just feels like a bunch of fog in my brain. Like, I can't think straight. And once I do get like a clear, simple thought, it's like another thought just like slams in. It's like, but what is that? But what if pow? What is that? Pow? Like, it's just so many thoughts, and then that makes it overwhelmed. I've noticed like my body tenses up really badly. My back starts to hurt sometimes. When I'm doing my homework and I get like I feel anxiety, my back will start hurting. Something will like start itching. Like, I can't sit still. Like, I just feel so uncomfortable. It's insane to me. And then I'll usually like really tire myself out because I just can't think. Like, I'll just keep saying like, I just want a break. I just want a break. I just want a break. Like, I can't focus. I definitely will not be able to focus at all. And it turns out that I have been feeling this way since 10th grade, when I actually like had some direction in life and actually was doing something that I liked, which was photography at the time. Which, looking back, is really a big reason why I stopped doing photography, because of my anxiety was so bad, because I just wanted to be successful so badly. I did not do this right. I put this on dirty skin. Fuck it. We're gonna transport you to something else. I'm actually really mad, but I put so much product on my face. I'm not taking this off. Like, this is expensive product. I'm back. I've been feeling that since 10th grade. And it was because I wanted to be so successful. Okay, so in middle school and stuff, I was going through like a really rough time, and I really just didn't have any motivation. I was very depressed. And I couldn't even see like what I wanted to do with my life. Like, I had no type of direction. I was just like, if I make it there, I make it there type shit. Like, I really never put much, I really couldn't. Which is crazy if you know me, because I'm so like very future thinking. I can literally, I say it all the time, but I can really see what I'm gonna do. Like, I have a really good, I can feel like sometimes I think really good in the big picture, and I'm very like forward. Like, I have to just keep going forward to be successful. Like, I'm very, you know, but I didn't have like anything that I wanted to do. I couldn't see myself doing anything. I was too fucking depressed. Like, what? So when I figured out like I want to be a photographer, I could really do something with this, I'm really good at this, I really like this, I ended up putting so much pressure on myself, because in my mind, everybody just, in my mind, I was bad and everybody was talking about me and nobody cared what I did. And it's true in a sense, nobody really cared, but looking back, I had a lot of support for where I was in my skill. And looking back, I can even say like these were good photos, and I was just excited about it, and I wish I didn't kill the excitement that I had for it. But that's when, the earliest is when I realized I had anxiety, because I would just overthink so much and I would put so much pressure on myself that at the end of the day, like, it just wasn't fun anymore. And I just been like that ever since. Like, I used to tell Talea, if I can't handle, you know, like the pressure of school and doing photography and this and that, and I'm so tired, how am I going to handle being famous? And it's like, Michaela, are you serious right now? Like, be fucking for real. You're in 10th grade. Like, you're like 15. Be for real. But that's really the way that I thought, and that's the way that it makes sense. Like, if I can't handle getting all A's, and that's the thing, I had really good grades in high school. Like, I've always had really good grades. So it was like, I was putting pressure on myself for absolutely no reason. But that is what anxiety is, because at the end of the day, what I keep trying to tell myself is that everything will be okay. I'm trying to remind myself that what is for me will always be for me, and that I'll get to it when I am supposed to get to it. You know what I mean? I can't rush anything. I can't, something that comes to, like, whatever is coming to me, God will give it to me when I'm ready. And that goes for a lot of things when it comes to friendships and relationships and my career. Like, when I'm ready for it, I will get it. And that's the thing. Like, I always tell myself, no, I had told myself, randomly, I was at work one day, and basically this girl dropped a 20. And I didn't know who it was, and so I'm asking one of my coworkers, and she's like, just take the 20. Like, if it is somebody that asks you about it, give it to them. If nobody doesn't, boom, you got a 20. So I'm like, all right. And so she's like, do you have a 20? Did you see a 20 in the kitchen? And I'm like, yeah. And I give her just a random 20 in my pile, because I didn't know which one it was. But she's like, thank you. Like, you're so sweet. Like, if this was anybody else, they literally would have been like, no, I didn't see nothing. And I was like, yeah, like, somebody really would have. And it didn't even, like, occur to me in my mind. And I had literally said it, like, split out my mouth. And I was like, whatever money is for me will always find me. And that is truly the way that I think, especially when it comes to money, is that, one, money is a boomerang. It will always come back. I'm getting off task. I'm supposed to talk about my anxiety. I don't know, y'all. I don't know shit about anxiety. I'm worked up. Like, I get so worked up so easily. I start thinking, like, it's very hard for me to quiet my mind. And I'm trying to go back to, excuse me, the Michaela that I was when I first started my YouTube channel, because I was in a, I wouldn't even say I was in a good and bad place mentally. I was in a good place because for the first time in a long time, I think that I found inner peace. And I had learned to kind of quiet my mind some days and learned how to deal with my thoughts and my emotions. And earlier when I started this channel, I didn't have, you know, school. And my thing is about to die. Hold up. Like I was saying, this was one of the first times that I was able to kind of find some peace within myself. And I don't want to romanticize it because it was a very lonely time in my life. But it was also like, I don't know, like I felt such peace. Like sometimes like my body feels very chaotic. Like I feel like there's just so many things going on at once inside of me and so many thoughts going through, and I'm trying to remind myself of this and I'm also freaking out about this, like, you know. But it was just like everything was just quiet and everything would be still at a lot of moments, and I would wake up and, you know, be able to just kind of do my day however I wanted to. And if I felt really emotional and really sad about whatever that day, I was able to deal with it and not have to push it to the side because, oh, I have school, or I have work, I have to get up, you know. And obviously I worked back then, but I had set days that I worked, and it was a really good distraction because for those 3 days I could just be silly and talk shit with my coworkers and do, you know, a cute little job and make my money and go home. And then I would wake up and I would have all day and I would just journal and I would play Sims and I would watch movies and I would, you know, like, it was a really good time for me, I think, spiritually. And as much as I hated it and as much as I was like, God, like, get me out of this freaking phase of my life. I'm so sick of this chapter. I'm so tired of being heartbroken. I'm so tired of being angry and sad and emotional. I know that I appreciate it at a lot of moments, and I know I would sit and I would thank God because I knew that what I was feeling was what I needed to deal with so I can become what I want to be, you know what I mean? So it was like a lot going on, but I think that was when, like, my anxiety, that and like the summer was like when my anxiety was like the lowest, and I was just at peace. And so I'm trying to go back to that because as I was speaking with my therapist, I was like, why can't I just give myself the same grace that I did back then, like a couple months ago? And she's like, I don't know, like I didn't give myself the grace that I needed when I needed it. Like back then, of course I needed grace because I was fucking heartbroken. I was going through a lot. All of my emotions hit me at once. Every emotion that I wasn't running from emotions this summer, but everything I didn't want to deal with just hit me. Like, oh my God, all my distractions went away. I wasn't talking about, I wasn't doing nothing. I was sitting my ass in the house crying and journaling. But yeah, I don't know. I really wish that I was able this school year to give myself the same grace that I gave myself early this year. It's like once school hit, I just completely kicked out every single lesson I learned. And this was the lessons like I really needed. You know what I mean? Like when it was time to implement it, I literally forgot everything. And I have to learn everything again. So it's really fun for me right now. Yeah. It's really not fun dealing with anxiety. And also learning at the same time. You also be depressed. Like, imagine my surprise when my therapist be telling me I'm depressed and I have anxiety. Excuse me? What? Said who? You? Shut up. You're a liar. I don't know, man. Shit is crazy. And I'm trying to give myself grace and peace amongst the chaos. Okay, so due to me not freaking washing my face before I did this. I'm going to take this off, then I'm going to wash my face, I'm going to put on my products. So you're just going to watch that. It's over for I also feel like strangely, when it comes to like past things, I feel like I'm finally able to get over a lot, and where I really don't have any emotion behind of a lot of things, where it's like, you did this happened, okay, like, you know what I mean, like, and it's a really strange place to feel. I don't know, like, I feel a certain peace, like, where it is just like, it's okay, you know, it's not okay what they did, but like, it's okay that happened. And I know for a lot, or for a really long time, I felt like it's not okay what they happened. Fuck them niggas should pay, they're fucking evil people, fucking evil people, fuck you, stupid bitch. Like, you know, like, say that to me, like, why would you do that to me? And it's not because like I feel like I'm better than anything, nobody should hurt me, like, whatever, but it would always just mess with me. Like, I didn't do anything, I didn't ask to be in the situation, I did all that I could to protect you and to protect me. Like, why would you do that to me? Like, that's just how I would feel, and I would just be angry that I then had to deal with it. I then had to fucking cry about it, and I then had to go to therapy about it, and I then had to, you know, be so angry about shit where it wasn't even my fault, where it felt like that person was just out here just living their lives and doing whatever, and I had to just deal with my anger, and that would be my life. Like, now I'm kind of at a place to where I can kind of say, yes, that's really fucked up, fuck you, but I'm not completely mad over the fact that you are able to still live life. Like, I said it in a previous video, I know a couple months ago, because I was still kind of trying to figure out the way that I felt, but like, just because somebody hurt you, they, you know, do still deserve to live a good life, depending on what they did, like, depending. I'm also letting go of the version that I had of a lot of people in their minds, and I'm reminding myself that I'm not even the same person that I was a week ago or 2 months ago. So there's a really good chance that they're not, and just letting go of, like, even if they are the same person, just telling yourself, I don't know that person, I don't. Whatever they do now is not, oh, I knew this was gonna happen, I know them, I know the back of their hand. You don't. Out your life, they are doing whatever they want to do, and you are doing whatever you want to do. Letting go of the idea that I'm just kind of stuck in everybody's mind, and that I'm just so, you know, unforgettable, and I'm amazing, and just to be very clear, I am all those things. I'm amazing. Who would forget about me? Not to like downplay myself, but I also feel like a lot of times people should humble themselves a little bit. Like, I don't think that you should place so much, like, unless the person tells you, like, yeah, no, I've been thinking about you for months and can't get you out of my head, I don't think that you should automatically assume that. You're just kind of placing too much importance in yourself in somebody else's mind. And I feel like it also kind of comes from like a whole self-worth thing, where you feel like if people don't forget about you, or if you're so, you know, months later this man is still, like, say like months later this man is with a girlfriend and he's still wishing to be with you, like, you know what I mean, like, you're thinking that, and you're still like putting importance in that, you're still putting importance in that other person's opinion of you and the way that they feel about you. And it's not about that, it's about you and the way that you feel about yourself. If you feel like, I'm an amazing person, I make an impact on people, I have an impact in life, and that be it, then okay. But if 3 months later or 6 months later you're like, oh, I know he's still thinking about me, like, what is that gonna do? What is the point in that? What's the point in putting your thinking in there and putting your self-worth in there. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's just putting too much importance on yourself. Like, let that go and let what they think of you go. And if they do forget about you and they forget what they did to you, then that is just okay. It's fucking hard, and I know that there are some things that I have done that I have hurt people that I can't even remember. That is so not a big deal to me. That is so, like, so people tell me like, oh, like, you said this and that really hurt my feelings, and I'm like, I said that, like, I don't even remember. And I try to extend that same courtesy with people a little bit. I don't know, I just try not to place so much like importance, and I'm not saying it in a way like I don't talk myself up or I don't think I'm important enough for people to remember, but I don't know, I just don't think like that. Like, I don't like thinking like that. I feel like it's just always wondering what that person thinks of me, and oh, they're on my Instagram page, I know they're stalking my Instagram page, like that type of thing. Like, I just really don't see the need in that. I think these drops are the reason why my hair is so freaking frizzy. And it's really making me mad because if you know anything, well, if anybody knows this that's watching me, I don't like my hair frizzy. I don't like my braids frizzy. I get over it very quickly then. But I've been using these drops because my sister said they work, and I've been using them since I got my hair done. And my hair is very frizzy. And I've been taking care of my hair. Like, usually I don't. When I get braids, it's kind of... Yeah, we are officially done with my skincare and done with my little rant, and I hope that this is enough to make my 10-minute mark. See, my hair is growing. Hope you guys have a great night. I didn't expect me to say all that. I'll go back and freaking hear myself because I like to fucking whisper all the time. But hope you guys have a great night. Please be safe. Let me know if you can relate to anything that I'm saying, because I have so many thoughts running through my head at all points and all time that it's very hard to keep up with most days. So, yeah. Nice to know if somebody relates. Good night.